to the channel. So if you saw us last week, we were up at Quabba blowholes trying not to get soaked, and if you missed it, I'll put a link up in the top right hand corner so you can go and see that one. This week we've got two locations for you. One is a spectacular pink lake that was found completely by accident. The other one is kind of special, nature's window. Okay, let's go check them out. Oh hi, and this is interesting because I literally was driving down the road as you normally do, and off to my right as I was driving southbound was this spectacular pink lake. It's called Hutt Lagoon, and it's near I think a little town called Gregory in WA. Now, I've heard about pink lakes in the past and thought, really? It can't be that pink, surely. Insane. I was shocked at how pink this is. It was bright pink. Incredible. So I think it could be salt deposits that are doing this. There's certainly some sort of mineral deposits in the water that are causing this colour to happen. But it goes for a very long way, and I was shocked when I was driving down, and I thought, well, I'll have to come and get a shot for you guys. So as I've pulled up to the edge of the water here, you can sort of see a lot of these salt deposits. Everything's very white and crusty, and I'm standing in amongst it all right here as well. But I thought, well, I've got to stop for a couple of minutes, try and get a shot of this. It's completely the wrong time of day. If you do come here, and I'm sure it's probably the same with any of the pink lakes around Australia, make sure you have a polarizing filter, because to take that glare off the water is really important. No saturation sliders were used in the making of this shot or video. This is exactly as it was, and I just thought I'd get a couple of quick shots whilst I'm here. I've set up right on the edge of the water here, as you can see. And I've got a couple of these salty looking rocks in the foreground, with this bigger one off to the sort of right here as well, just to sort of show how salty and craggy this is. And this amazing pink lake in the background. It goes for quite a long way. It's pink as far as I can see, right out to the horizon. Incredible. All right, here's the first shot. I'll have a quick walk around, see if there's anything else. I hadn't really planned to do a stop here and take shots, but some of these things you just can't afford to miss. Eh? All right, here we go. First shot of the day, up close and personal. Here we go. The edge of the lake here, and I'm sort of standing in the bushes here. So just found this nice little branch right out in front of the water's edge here. You can probably see that. I've just been told by someone on the edge of the water here that this lake runs for about 14 kilometers. Incredible. What a place. Spectacular. So I'm not seeing too many other places to shoot around here, so I'm thinking this is probably going to be the only other shot I'm going to do from this location. But lovely sort of white crustiness on this log right in front of me here, and pink as far as the eye can see. So another landscape shot. I'll put the settings up at the end so you can see what the settings were. And I've just got the tripod in the edge of the water, and I'm literally standing on the water's edge here. So, all right, last shot of the day. Let's check this one out. Here we go. So this morning we are at an area called Kalbarri National Park, and I've come to, there's two spots here that I really want to see, maybe even three. The first one is Nature's Window, which is where we are right now, and Nature's Window is this sort of natural rock formation that sits on top of a ridge line overlooking a river. So gotta go and see this. I've been really looking forward to seeing this around the country. There's another thing I want to see here, which is not so much a natural formation, it's a man-made structure, but it's a platform that sort of stands out over the river with an amazing view and an amazing drop straight down. So we're going to have a quick look at that. And there's another area which I'm not too sure about called Z Bend, which I think is just a nice view of the river, but we'll see how that looks anyway. So here we are here. I think the walk to nature's window is pretty short and sweet, I think. So very sunny day, not a cloud in the sky. I wanted to not get this at sunrise. I wanted to just let the sun come up a little bit. So it's about 7 o'clock in the morning right now. And the reason why was I wanted the sun to light up the valley below. I didn't want to just get a shot of nature's window and have everything else in shade. So I think the sun's high enough now for us to get down there and have a look. So let's get down there. Because I'm amazing I've got the place to myself, but it's interesting because you do as much research as you can, etc. on Google. Look at photos, look at, I was on Google Street View and everything to try and get down here. I was absolutely sure it was facing west. It's facing east, of course, so the sun is actually behind it, and I came down early thinking that the sun would light up the rock. It's on the other side, so as I'm standing here now, I'm facing the east, so you can see the sun on my face. It's spectacular. It's absolutely amazing. About the size I thought it was going to be, and the view that you've got, of course, is right through the window. I'm probably going to do 2 shots for this one because the rock is very, very close to the camera. I'm turning my back to the wind here because it's whistling through the rock. But as you can see, the rock's actually quite close to the camera, so I'll do a shot for that very, very close-up image there, and then we'll get a shot through the window for the river in the distance there as well. The river's looking a little bit blown out, a little bit bright, because the sun is just completely lining it up. Of course, I thought the sun was going to be on the other side, so what do you do? So as you're here, just for future reference, if you ever make it down here, when you come down, you're actually standing on the west side. And there's a little platform here. Let me just show you this platform. So you can actually get a couple of shots of the rock itself. So from back here, I'll probably get a shot from back here as well. But for the close-up shot, I'm going to try and do almost like a cave scene here. All right, let's get into the shot. Here it comes. Coming over the top of the rock here. So what I've done is just set up to try and get a little sunburst over the top. It's about an f/22 shot. All the settings will be up at the end. I've got people starting to arrive now, so it doesn't matter how early you get here, there's going to be people coming down. So I'm going to take the last shot, get out of the way and let them have a look. All right, check it out, here we go. Interesting, huh? Amazing view. I mean, they've really built this in absolutely just the perfect spot. I don't know if it's photogenic, you know, for me. I'm always looking for something in the foreground and, you know, something to sort of compose the shot. The view's amazing, but a great view doesn't always make a great shot, in my opinion. But you have to come here. If you're in this area, make sure you come to Kalbarri, do the window, Nature's Window, which for me was just spectacular. It's just across behind where I'm standing here. You can see the car park in the distance. Nature's View, or Nature's Window I should say, was just over here. So you can see how the river sort of meanders through the hillsides. Incredible place, just absolutely stunning. However, not great for a photo. So I'm not going to take a picture here. I'm just going to enjoy the moment and enjoy it here. I noticed they've got another bridge or another skywalk just over behind me here. So I guess that's to accommodate all the tourists that come here. And there's been a few here already. So anyway, we'll enjoy this and move on to the next spot. All right, here we go. All right, so we're done from the Kalbarri area in Western Australia. Great place, lots to come and see. So if you're in the area, make sure you drop in. Nature's Window is just amazing there. The skywalk is really well done. The national parks people, you've got to give a shout out to them because they do such a good job. And Z-Bend, which was an unexpected surprise. Very nice. The little lookout there, the actual loop walk was closed today, but the lookout was just amazing by itself anyway, and it's only a 10-minute walk down the hill from the car park. So we're done. I'm going to put all the shots up now with all the settings so you can see what the settings were, as I normally do. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you like the shots, subscribe to the channel, do all that stuff. From here we're going to be heading to the south and heading towards eventually Perth and then around the south coast. Anyway, look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.